Okay, so we're going to try to do a video where I actually talk while I'm doing this. So hopefully this is loud enough and I don't have to up the audio, and hopefully it's not too loud that you can hear all the electronic background hum through the air and my computer from just a meter away. So this is sort of an unboxing, sort of not. I've already unboxed it, but this is the new Erin Condren vertical in the neutral, and as you can see, the box was a little bit banged up, but the actual items within the box were completely fine. So the packaging did its job, and so I had no worries there. So the new life planners come in this storage box that you can, in this little pack there is a little hexagon sticker that you can sit on the side and put on a shelf to store it after you've finished using it, or you can use it for other things like stickers or photos or whatever you want. Now, for the free gifts, you get this little stick-it note. It's about as long as the... I'll pull this out and I'll show you. Okay. Okay, well, I'm just going to put the box over there for now. Okay, so you get this. Let's see if we can get to a weekly spread. Okay, so this post-it note will actually fit just under where it has the month on the planner. So it's basically there to there. So it just fits in there perfectly. Okay, and then you get these little cards. You get a couple of sort of gift tag stickers. Then you get also some codes to get money off your next purchase that you can either use yourself or share with friends. You also get a card that explains everything that's in the box. And you also get this, if you're an insider and got it early. Oh, okay, I forgot to say, this comes with the early thing. You get the charm and this. I think there was a thing for the first day that they actually released, but after the pre-release, that you get 2 of these instead of this and that. But if you got them as an insider, you got this, and you got this lovely little diary charm, journal charm, planner charm that says "Love to Plan" and EC Insider on the side, which I will be sticking to my planner at a later date. So that covers what came with this as an insider. You do get this little wallet of stickers and sayings and stuff, and the coupons for the money off, the percentage off your purchase within here, and everyone gets that, no matter when you order, I assume. So there has been a lot of videos going over the life planner, and I'm just going to quickly go over what I like about it. This ruler is very much more flexible, and I feel it's going to be a lot more sturdier clipping on and off of the coil. I got my first and middle name personalised on this. This is the neutral kaleidoscope cover. Then you get the vellum sheet, which that's a really nice, probably £110, £100 vellum. Then you get the front page where you can write your name. You get the 2 quote pages. well, it's the same quote over two pages. Then you get the year at a glance calendars all the way through. Oh, I forgot to mention it. This is an 18-month planner. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the last 6 months of it, but this is an 18-month planner, and in this you get July 2019 all the way through to December 2020. Then you get these, which there's 12 of. You can use them as goals or inspiring quotes or memories, or like you could get little Polaroids and stick them there. You could do lots of things with this thing. I'm not sure how I'm going to use this page. I really didn't use it in the one that I started in this year, so I'm not sure. Then you get a notes page that is corresponding to the next month. This is how the previous setup was. You had your notes page and then the monthly tab, with the note page prior to the tab being associated with that month. So this is new, and I'm really glad that in the neutral, I like the little pops of colour. The little pops of colour have bothered some people. They don't bother me. But what I do love is that these aren't colourful like in the colourful layouts, and we get a dot grid over here instead of a blank notes type page. It actually, in the colourful, it looks more like the dashboard without lines than a dot page. These dots are a little bit bigger than I would like, but it's still very functional, and I'm going to really enjoy having this to put my birthdays down. I will probably rule some lines in there myself with a T-square ruler or however I can get it done, but because I do prefer writing on lines, so maybe that's something they can change for the very next one. The monthly goals is only 4 spots for them, and that's sort of fine. I think that if you limit yourself to 3 major things a month that you want to achieve, then you're giving yourself a little bit of grace to get what you want to get done. So I don't think I'll be using all 4, but I'll probably use 2 or 3, and we'll see how that goes. Then we move over to the monthly. Now, I like the little stripes here. It gives you a place to line up your monthly stickers if you use stickers. If you don't, then it may be a problem, but you could always get some very thin washi and cover it up if you felt like it or not. So that's the monthly. I really like it. I like that there's no extra calendar down the bottom, that this is all just lined. It's a really good design choice. Now, the weekly spread, I'm not sure whether I'm a fan of this or not. I don't think the curved corners on the columns is going to bother me at all. That may come in handy, but I could have done without it. It doesn't bother me either or, because I usually either I get down to there and I can't figure out what else to put on my sidebar because I just don't have enough to put there, and that'll leave a calendar there, or I'll be covering it up. So it's sort of, to me, for my use, it gives me a little bit more choice of whether I want to leave it there or not. And if I do leave it there, I probably will use some highlighters, some mild liner highlighters, to highlight the week that we are currently in. Now, I like the curves. I can see why people are going to be people are not going to find those curves very favourable. I don't mind them. I don't think it ruins the functionality of the planner at all. I think the missing half hours in the hourly does that a little bit more than that does here. So yes, so every month is very similar. They all have slightly different accent colours. This one's purple. the next month's accent colour is like a tealy green. Then the next month's is a peachy colour. And then we have the blue, and then I believe we go back to the lilac-y purple again. Okay, so I should be set to get started with this. I think we'll start with the date covers that I'm throwing away everywhere, all over the room, just like everything else. I shall get my offset tweezers. They're a bit harder to get when they're right up the top because they're really close. So we're going to put on there. This feels a bit backwards getting them off this way and not off the top, but if it works, I'm doing it. See, it's really awkward for me to line them up to put them down when the tweezers are at the bottom. It's better. Oh. The 3 is a little bit crooked, but I'm not going to redo it. These stickers are a bit strange. They have a grey backing, as you can see, but it makes them so that they aren't see-through, which is handy. And 7. Okay, so now this curve is going to be a bit of a learning curve on the rounded rectangles. So we're just going to see how. I don't know if I want to put it up and then just put stuff down underneath it. I think I might actually do that, and it will give me a little bit more room to plan. I'm going to cover up that dot. Don't need to cover up the dates, these are fairly opaque. Yeah, look, if you put them down there, you would get the number poking out the top. So there is a little bit of a difference in the way that you have to put them down. I'm not sure exactly the best way to get this down is going to be. So I think this way is probably the best way. So I can line it up with the line straight on and line the bottom up with the next line. Okay, I'm just going to stick these on my hand so I don't have to keep reaching for them. Okay. The only problem with having an 18-month is that it sits a lot thicker on the coil. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so I think I'm going to do some washi of some sort. I'm doing this pre-planning on this planner so that I've got some sort of idea of how things are going to work. Now that is just enough to fit over the line to the bottom line. So that is 1 1/4 inch. Oh, sorry. It's 1 1/4 inches, and as I was saying, it's just enough to go over that. Thinking there. And that barely, I'm actually going to, it's a bit chalky. Still hasn't set perfectly, but that's okay. So we'll get this all out. So a 1 1/4 inch washi strip will cover the notes part. I believe a 1 1/2 strip will go down to the bottom, which would probably be a little bit more ideal. But as we do not have any washi to go with this kit today, we are going to do our best to just make do. There it is. Finally. Okay, so don't mind me if you see my head. Sticker paper's a little bit like sticker paper. Yeah. And it's not quite down the bottom, but I think I can live with that. Actually, I don't think I can. So what I'm going to do is lift that up and just white out. Where's my white out playing up? There we go. That's better. That one's probably just a millimetre smaller than the other strip. For the love of, seriously. Now I might use that for the weekend part of the kit. So I created my own washi, and I don't want to use that, so it leaves me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means nothing on the weekend. I might just use some of these labels off the top first and look at what I'm going to do for checklists. I might put the to-dos up there. Okay. I still don't know if I'm going to do every day. So we've got that. I can't seem to find the check boxes. If I had any left. I'm always losing stuff. Okay, so I would definitely suggest putting your date covers up here if they're not big enough to cover the text from the line here. Okay. That'd be right. It's better. Okay, now I have to find or not have those checklists. I could have swore I had checklists. I do have checklists. Okay, so I only have 3 checklists. So I'll just have one every second day because you cannot cut these checklists like I usually do. So I've already put the to-dos down. Okay, so how about I do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday? Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So I'll take that off and put that back down there. I don't think these like to re-stick, so that may be a problem, but we'll see. And we'll put our full box checklists. That's crooked, not quite in the right spot. So I may have actually been better off putting the headers down before I put the date covers down, just to get a good see. That's crooked, but I'm not gonna do it again. It was worse last time. Okay, so just to get your lines really good, I think if you did the headers first up the top, things might be just a touch easier. So what am I talking about? I can't do 4 because I don't have 4. So maybe I should have done, and that's tearing the paper up a little bit. Get rid of that to do and put it on Wednesday. I can have that there, and then this one can go here, and then I've got one every second day. I can get rid of that to do there. Okay, so now I've got, what am I doing? Okay, so far I have to do. So I'm going to put, I think I'm going to put some, that just cut like washy, no, they get thinner. Okay, so that sort of doesn't work either. Okay, I might just put today's in the spots where there are no to-dos. So that would be 4 or 2, depending on what I choose to do for the weekend. I think I'm just going to put the todays on here and here. And then I think I'm going to look for I'm pretty sure I had a second weekend banner. See, I'm just not called a hello weekend. Okay, so if I put this, okay, I'm going to I only want to have to cut one edge. Okay, so okay, so there is that, and then I can do this. Oh wow, didn't want to come out. Hello weekend banner. Then where are my full boxes? Losing everything. Full boxes down the bottom. Okay. I'm such a messy planner. I think we're going to go with this one. Now we're going to put the full box up here. There. Then another full box here. I'm going to choose the other dark one. Sometimes you have to just reposition your fingers on the sticker to get it to sit the way you want to. Okay, so now that I've got that done, okay, so I think I'm going to use the black glitter headers. Okay, so we're going to pull all of them off at once and whack them there. It's not going to be perfectly straight. That's okay. 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 Left sheet. Okay, so I've got glitter headers. Let me have a look at it. Today's glitter headers. Okay, so I think I want to cover that up. I think I'm going to cover that up, and that can be done with a going to do it with this one. Okay, so that covered up fine. It's just a little bit bigger than those, so then do I have any trackers? I don't think I've got any trackers left. I think I used them all. Yeah, there was 2 trackers and I used them. So because I don't have any trackers, I'm going to have to improvise and do something else. I usually keep track of my dinners, so I think I'm going to I might put one of those black glitter headers underneath, just here, and then I will first. You can't really see the thing on this, but it is a fork and knife on this one as well. There we go, the purple one again. So I really only have to do 6 for these because we have a family dinner on Sunday. But I might do 7 anyway, just because I've got nothing else really to stick in here. Oh no, that was the wrong one. Yeah, okay. Got off a bit of the paper. That's okay. It's a bit crooked. That's 6, and this will be 7, the last one. Okay, so after that I might put in I've got this cut off to-do list. Actually, yeah, what we'll do is we'll get the, where is that thing I put to-dos? Put to-do down on this. And then I'm going to this guy. They don't match up with the lines at all. Oh yes, it sort of does. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Okay. I hate it when that happens. It goes wonky and comes off the thing because I've held it the wrong way. It doesn't like me, I think. Okay. Okay, so I just lost it to do sticker, but it's sticky side down on the floor, so that's going to be a waste of sticker. Okay, that's okay. It's a bit better. And these sort of fit a little bit better until, actually no, I'll put that up just a touch. There, and then I can cut this. So these stickers are a little bit thicker. Okay, so I have dinners to do, checklist every. So I think if you want to use a kit in this, it's quite feasible to use the existing kits. You don't need to use flag stickers anymore. And I quite like that. That turned out really well as far as I'm concerned. So I think if you wanted to use an existing weekly kit, that it would be perfectly fine. I wish I had a monthly kit to test that out, but obviously I don't, which means I'm going to have to order one. But my first impressions of laying stickers down in here is that if you put a colour scheme down, that is a bit of the colour from that is going to stand out a little bit more. I think you could get away with the hexagons, and you could just put a tiny bit of white out on those and it wouldn't be a problem. But if you are going to use a kit and you're a decorative planner, I think that for most people they're going to be covering that up just simply because it doesn't go with the rest of the aesthetic. So that is this first time plan with me in the new Erin Condren vertical, and I hope it was helpful. So I'll see you guys in the next one. That's if you subscribe. Also, I'd love it if you liked the video. And you can check out my Instagram and Facebook pages as well. Thank you for watching, and as I said, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.